Cambodia's Floating Villages, Part 1, Kampong Khleang. Presented by Holidays on Shoestrings. Tonle Sap is the largest freshwater lake in Southeast Asia. It is not only a lake but a complete ecosystem, providing water for irrigation for miles of paddy farming. During the dry season, it covers over an area of 2,500 square kilometers. But during the wet season, there is a drastic increase of more than 6 times, growing to about 16,000 square kilometers. At the peak of the wet season, the lake can be 9 meters higher than it was in the dry season. Locals have adapted to these dramatic seasonal fluctuations by building floating villages high on stilts. The population of Tonle Sap Lake consists of about 170 villages with a total population of 80,000 people. These floating villages are like a regular village but on water. The houses are made of bamboo anchoring to the bottom of the lake. Although they look like nomadic settlements, the village consists of school, hospital, monasteries, etc. The community of people who live on these floating villages is mostly immigrant Vietnamese who have lived in Cambodia from 3 to 4 generations. But according to the Cambodian law, immigrants cannot own land in Cambodia. With no local ID proof, these immigrants were pushed to the water. As a birth certificate is not offered either, their children cannot go to public schools or get a job, which does little to break their cycle of poverty. Floating villages have a long existence by Tonle Sap Lake, but tourism here is recent, with 4 main villages popular among tourists. We visited a couple of them, each of which had something different to offer. The first of them was when we were driving to Siem Reap. Kompong Khleang felt genuinely untouched and peaceful. When we arrived at the small pier in the early evening, there were only a few cars parked. The boat in the village took us on a 1.5-hour tour. Kampong Khleang is the largest of all the floating villages, with over 10,000 residents who primarily rely on fishing for their livelihood. Stilt houses stretch as far as the eye could see. More than a village, Kampong Khleang is a small town with its schools, its 3 pagodas, its clinics, and everything such a large community requires to function. It was really a mind-boggling experience. As our visit was soon after the wet season, the houses truly appeared to float. In this part of Cambodia, the lake provides an ample supply of fish, while the soil around the lake allows for 3 harvests a year. But the cost of living in such a fertile place is to have to live with the fluctuations of water. I noticed many small boats in front of the stilted homes. Some of them had makeshift roofs and used gas tanks for buoyancy. A few of the kids were holding nets to catch fish. A group of them were having a rip-roaring time racing each other in boats. The presence of joy amidst poverty. Many locals sped by on boats, watching us with curiosity. As we returned, it was time to reflect on the very different and hard life the people here live. I truly can't believe how amazing it is that they are able to survive and adapt to the power of nature. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and tell your friends about it.